Hey Taurus, and welcome to your August 2017 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here to give you guys hopefully another amazing reading for your month ahead. So, I know last month's reading was a little bit intense, and I was kind of surprised by how much feedback and how much reception the video got. So if you haven't seen it yet, I would love for you to go back and check out last month's Taurus reading. I'll link it below in the description box. Because I feel like if they get good reception, that must mean that they're good, and it must mean that there's something to think about. But at the same time, I really want to make sure that I'm conveying myself right with Taurus, and that I'm trying to make sure that I'm giving the healthiest message possible. Because, sometimes when I listen to that video back, I'm like, that sounds a little bit negative. Because, I love you guys, I hold you guys so dear and close to me, so I'm kind of like, like a parent, tough love type of person with you guys. But I sense that this month it's more about holding ourselves, nurturing ourselves, because this is a month where things actually get real for you. This is a month where it's like there's no more fooling around here. It's really a big month for you guys. It's really powerful, it's potent, it's strong, and there are potentials to go a lot of different directions here. And so in that way, I want to kind of be like, it's time to get real. It's time to actually be there for yourselves, and it's time to put all of this work that you've been doing to yourselves and all this work that you've been putting into your growth. It's time for that to come out, and it's time to see what it's worth, because this month for you guys, Taurus, is a lot of energy. You guys have the Death card, you guys have the Emperor, you have the High Priestess, you have Five of Cups, you have Three of Swords, even Six of Pentacles. All of those cards are like experience cards. All of those cards are like very visceral experiences and very powerful. The High Priestess isn't so visceral, but it's something that's memorable, and it's something that's potent. So the decisions that you're making here in August, Taurus, are going to affect you for a long time to come. And the lifestyle choices that you make, or the cycles that you begin and even continue here, will be something that will either be a lifeboat for you, sort of be like your life jacket, or it can also sort of be what sinks you. So you just have to really come into a place where you're summing up what your life is right now. Maybe even write it down. Where do you want to be? What habits do you want to get rid of? How do you spend your nights? How do you spend your days? What small actions, like where are you going on your phone? Where are you putting your energy? And I want you to ask yourself, is this like where I want to be for the rest of my life? Is this the experience that I want to have? And then when you realize the answer to that question, it's sort of like, maybe it is. Maybe it's okay. Maybe where you're at is okay. But then maybe it's not. August comes in, Taurus, to give you guys the opportunity to completely rise above it all, to completely like be that person who sees everything that they are in the rear view mirror, okay? And it's like you're driving the opposite direction, and you're like, watch out, life, here I come. I really feel like August can be very beautiful for you guys, and August can be like the month where things change, and the month where you become a different person. And why is that? And that's because we have these crazy planetary aspects going on. We have the sun going into Leo, we have Saturn and Sag, and we have Uranus and Aries. Wow, huge fire trine. We have 2 new moons in Leo, which is a rare thing to happen. We have the Grand American Total Solar Eclipse happening on August 21st. Unprecedented injuries. I was about to say unprecedented energies are coming forward this month in August, Taurus. And for you, you're kind of in the peripherals. You are the fixed earth sign, and we have all this fire energy going on. And so your Taurus Scorpio axis is kind of not really hit, but in a way you feel it from Leo, and you feel it from that aspect. So it's kind of like this T-square type of energy, although we don't have anything in Scorpio other than when the moon gets there sometime this month. But you're feeling this in kind of, again, it's like a square energy. It's like it's all around you, all this fiery energy, but you don't really feel like you can ride it, but you also don't feel like you can avoid it. So that's why now is the time to understand where you want to be, Taurus, to understand where you actually are, to not fog the mirror about where you actually are, and to not like really pretend or delude yourself to where you actually are. Because I think that some of you are convincing yourself that your position is worse than it actually is. I sense you guys to actually be in a very transformative state, and as if you're really changing to kind of turn into a much better individual. And honestly, regardless of whether you're a much better individual, you're shaping to a place where you can actually materialize what you want. And sometimes it's not the most pretty experience. Sometimes it's not the most comfortable experience. So any feelings of discomfort or any feelings of like discontent should be seen by you as overall a healing process or a healing crisis. Like, okay, I'm not feeling good with this. I'm not feeling good. This hurts me. I wish I could be better. I wish that other people could be better. I wish that this situation didn't turn out to be the way that it was. I feel so below it all. This is all the process of you rising above, Taurus, and my heart goes out to you if you're struggling right now, because death is reversed. I mean, you're something, and that's always, and it's just perfect for me. Like, that's exactly what a Taurus's experience of all this fire energy would be, because, again, you can't grab onto this like a Leo can. You can't, like, have this huge, I mean, not that you can't, but you struggle to have this huge, like, philosophic awakening when everything goes down the drain like Sag will, or sometimes you struggle to, like, pull the trigger like Aries and jump straight into this like career ladder and like climb straight to the top in like this extremely short amount of time. You Taurus are like overwhelmed. You're like staring at this whole situation and you're like, this isn't me. This isn't who I am. This isn't what I do. But you know that you are going to have some kind of change and you're like, what I sense is like this like deer in the headlights type of energy for you. Not so great. Not so great, but also not terrible. It would be good to see you guys like being able to be action oriented, being able to sort of jump onto it in the way that a fire sign would. For those of you Taurus who have fire energy in your charts already, this is going to be easier. This is going to be okay. But for those of you Taurus who don't have much fire, it could be a little bit more of a difficult experience. And if you don't know, you can always go and check out your birth chart. It's easy to find online if you put in your information. Also, you can book a reading with me or check out my astrology session package, which I will link below in the description box, and have me help you out there. But yeah, for those of you with fire, it's going to be better. For those of you without it, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. But one thing that can be certain this month, Taurus, is it's not really going to be a uneventful month. It can be very eventful. Unless if you're deer in the headlights, you can like force it to be uneventful, and that maybe kind of be the problem. It's like maybe you really want things to be slow and easy and consistent and just like normal. Like, I feel like this desire for normalcy in Taurus, and I mean, you guys are that sign. You're like security oriented. You're always conserving your resources so that you can create that for yourself if a rainy day comes. But that's not working in August. That's not working for anybody. And as a Scorpio, I feel you. It's like I'm that same way. I'm sort of like the fixed water sign, and it's like all of this is kind of scattering for me as well. But I'm trying to embrace it. I'm trying to like embrace the unexpected nature, and I'm just kind of like throwing it all to the wind. And you'll get really rewarded for that. If you can be spontaneous during this time, and at the same time understand where you are, who you are, and if what you're doing is what you want to actually be doing, and then like color that with a little bit of spontaneity, then you're going to like come out of August as this very powerful, very strong person. There's something that stops being fearful in you after August if you can really look at this entire situation. And of course, you have to apply all these energies to what part of your life is not feeling like it's adding up. So like your career, your relationships, your love, whether you're single or not, you can really apply all these energies wherever it may be. This is just what's present. But anyway, I want to go ahead and start looking at the week to week for you guys and sum up what might be happening. The first week, Taurus, I feel is potentially the most difficult week. 6 of Pentacles reversed redone by 3 of Swords. Some of you are starting a relationship, or some of you are like ending a relationship, and I feel like maybe it hasn't lasted that long, or maybe it's lasted too long. Time is an issue here for everyone. As I'm filming this reading, we are still in the Saturn station in Sagittarius, where Saturn is not moving in Sag to what we can see it from Earth. So time is just like, whoa, what is it? Like, you can spend 2 weeks in love with somebody in some kind of affair and feel like you've been married to them for 10 years. You can wake up in a marriage that you've been married to someone with 10 years and think, oh my God, I don't even know this person at all. Time comes in and like attacks us during this period of time, and we've got to sort of understand what happened, and especially for August 24th, which is the day that Saturn goes direct, which is another thing that I forgot to mention. That's like 4 crazy planetary things going on this month. When Saturn goes direct, there needs to have been this moment where we realize like why that happened, like why we were with that person, and we just like had that really difficult experience where things could never work out, or why it feels like it's been 10 years over 2 weeks, why it feels like we don't know somebody that we've been with for 10 years. And when that clicks for us, like Saturn gives us this really nice, like exit ticket out of the situation once it goes direct. But if we kind of sit in denial and we kind of come into this place where it's like, oh, that never happened, or oh, I never loved that person, or oh, it's not, because Taurus doesn't really love this type of thing. And if you have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, or you have like a lot of Cancer or Sag or something, like you are very much have this integration by birth. But Taurus, this is all this territory when I think of Taurus energy, because I feel like I become the sign that I'm reading for whenever I do each sign's reading. And when I'm like thinking about all of this, like usually as a Scorpio myself, I'd be like, oh yeah, this is my territory. But I'm like feeling like Taurus, and I'm like, no, this is not right. This is not where we want to be. So I feel like deep breaths here. I feel like it's gonna happen. It's gonna be powerful, and it would be nice to see you guys enjoying this power, to see you guys enjoying like this spontaneity that's coming in, because it's really beautiful in its way, even though I know it's not really y'all's cup of tea. Like you guys like spontaneity when it comes to like travel, or it comes to like gifts, or it comes to luxuries, or it comes to the material world. You guys like that kind of spontaneity. But when it comes to like unpredictable circumstances, because I want to make myself clear here, I'm not saying you guys are like boring, uneventful people who like to like sit at home and like read the newspaper all day because you don't like to get out. It's not that. You guys are very adventurous, but you guys just don't like unpredictable circumstances. Like you like to know that your relationship is lasting. You like to know that your job is going to, like if you're employed, you like to know a year from now I'm going to be in the same place with a raise and it's secure. But it does seem like jobs could change this month. It seems like incomes could change. And with the fire energy, Taurus, the really beautiful thing is you can really go upward if that's what you want. You can like be fired from your job and all of a sudden be employed by someone where you're making double the salary with this type of energy. It is good energy for lottery. Be careful. Don't sacrifice your security, which I know that you guys won't, but it's that kind of energy, and we might as well take advantage of it. These are unprecedented things happening for sure. So yeah, anyway, before I lose my train of thought, first week, understand why did the time thing happen? What happened with time? Did we promise someone that we would give them something by a certain period of time and never came through on it? We'll answer for that in the near future. Did someone do that to you? Did someone come to you and tell you, okay, I need this period of time, then I'm going to like repay you, or I'm gonna need this period of time, and I'm going to reach back out and tell you. It could be business, it could be relationships. Why has this period of time passed? Think about it in this first week. Second week, you guys have 5 of Cups rooted down by Queen of Pentacles. It's like you really get held and nurtured in the second week for how you feel about something. I feel like you guys have set up a good support network, or someone comes back to you from a long time ago to help you understand how something happened. This could be reuniting with an old friend. I don't really sense this to be a love relationship, but it feels like an old friend could come back in and sort of give you a shoulder to cry on. It also seems like maybe some of the friends that you have around you are changing. Maybe they're shifting into new elements of their personality, and this can be good or bad. Maybe you feel like the platonic relationships in your life are like not what they were, and you're like not feeling that zest. You're not feeling that humorous connection, because the Queen of Pentacles is kind of, again, that really stable energy. And the reason that this is happening, Taurus, is because you've got to see this about yourself. Because a lot of you female Taurus are Queen of Pentacles energy. Even like you male Taurus have that aspect of your personality for sure. So that drive for security, like that lack of spontaneity, sometimes not seeing things in a humorous way, always being so serious. Why is that turning you off in other people right now? Maybe there needs to be something that becomes more spontaneous in you, or becomes more humor oriented. I feel like a good laugh could give you guys more than any paycheck could this month, okay? Anything else in the second week for Taurus? I feel like it's good to get your feelings down on paper. It's good to understand, like, all of these, it seems like you're having a lot of mood swings, or a lot of like brooding potentiality here. So you need to like get it down on paper and like laugh at it, or you need to because I feel like some of you could be like insulted, or I feel like some of you could be like, why would I laugh at the way that I feel about this? This is a serious situation. But laughter cures all, Taurus. If we get too serious, or if we get too brooding, or we get too stuck in our ways about something, that's when the universe sets us up to like get really burned out with this type of energetic paradigm. So laugh at yourself, laugh at the people around you, laugh at that past that seems too much to handle. And then it's just like snap. The fingers snap and it's just like everything works out. Third week, the Emperor rooted down by King of Swords reversed. I do feel, again, now that I'm seeing that, I feel that some of you have started a relationship, or some of you are considering like where your relationship stands. And obviously for those of you who've been married for a while or who have been in a long-term relationship, the control structures of the relationships are changing. If you were the more like submissive person in the relationship, I feel like you could become more dominant, and vice versa. It seems like maybe you're the person who's in control now, or even if it seems like the other person is in control, it's like you actually are. There's a need to structure things in the third week. Maybe this is unrelated to relationships and you need to like get more regimented, and you need to like own up to yourself, because it's like you want that or something, or you've always wanted to be that person who has like that daily routine that repeats over and over and over again. And then maybe it's like you get it and you're like, this isn't what I thought it would be. That could be for the third week. Also, it seems like you're having just a stressful communication with some male air sign type of energy. It feels to me that people are not using their words in the nicest way about you. And again, this is where you kind of have to laugh, because I did just feel like this pain deep down, and I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go. I felt like this feeling like you're scared that you're being gossiped about, or you're scared that, and it's very like a little, like it's like a childlike fear. It's like a, I don't care about this. I'm a grown up and I don't really care about what people say, but there is something that makes me feel so small around that type of thing. And maybe it's okay to be small during this time, Taurus. Like, small things are okay. Everything doesn't have to be huge or big, although it's like you're really like a lot more powerful of a being than you realize during this time. But it's like we need to think of a way to newly define our spiritual size, or our just like the size of our ego or something. Again, like, spiritual size does not matter, Taurus. Get your head out of the gutter. Anyway, what else am I feeling for you guys? I feel like there's a desperate need as we move from like the third week into the fourth week to realize that you're enough. Like, we're enough. We are good the way that we are. We are strong, and it's like there's something that feels lacking, or something that feels like you're fleeting within yourself. Like, you're thinking, I'm not good enough to be there. I can't get that job. I can't, I just can't do it. There's like this like Saturnian influence for you. So maybe some of you guys are having like Saturn active in your chart or something, as most people do in some way. I just feel like you guys don't feel like you're good enough for it, and you've got to like shape something within yourself that's a little bit more concrete and a little bit more of like your own cheerleader, because there's like, because Taurus does have like a decently developed ego. Sometimes it can be in a negative way, because I think that all the fixed signs can be that way. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius can all struggle with the ego sometimes. But Taurus is the youngest of all of those signs. So you guys can sometimes be that person who really feels deep down and insecure about themselves, but people would never know, because you have like that Venusian quality about yourself. You're ruled by Venus, and they can seem very confident. So it's like there needs to be a balancing. There needs to be like, your insecurities need to raise up and the ego needs to fall down a little bit, and they need to like integrate in the middle, where you just become this solid, stable person. Because that's oftentimes why you guys are so seeking of stability and structure, is because there's that really big gap in your own personality between like how you portray yourself and how you actually feel. So it's like you're always looking for something to fill that. And I think that the fourth week comes in to give you like this discretion energy of the Queen of Swords along with the High Priestess to fill that gap yourself. And then it's like your circumstances become much better, much stronger. And, you know, with death being reversed as your main theme, it's like you don't realize how transformative this period of time is for you. Maybe it just suddenly happens for you and you can suddenly fill that gap yourself. And it's like it doesn't feel that big of a deal because it's happened, and you've like put too much thought and imagination into how that would be. And it's just got to be like, I did it. And you've got to congratulate yourself. And you've really got to be less constrained in what you think your possibilities are and what you think you can accomplish, because it really feels like sky's the limit for you guys. In the exterior world, there's just a little bit of interior work that needs to be done, and it feels to me that you can very quickly change your circumstances. But you guys are beautiful this month. The High Priestess is very magnetic, and with the Emperor as well. Both of those are kind of like sexy cards. So some of you guys are probably really upping your appearance, or you're just your energy is attracting in more partners. For those of you who are single, or even not, maybe some of you are tempted to like cheat, or I'm not saying that you guys are tempted to cheat, but I think that people are really attracted to you right now, so you should watch out for that. I feel, and that's another thing of this huge fire energy. Maybe some of you have even been cheated on. It's like we can really get out of control with our hormones during this time, and we can find like people attractive that we would never think are attractive, and it's just very again, super spontaneous. So people might be making a lot of like pursuing you. You might be pursued by a lot of people because, again, you're ruled by Venus. So you and Libras are going to be like the main object of people's attraction right now. So do be aware of that. And think about how you will react to that, depending, obviously, on whether you're single or married or whatever. But you definitely are looking like tip-top this month. So that's a nice silver lining. And it'll be nice to see you guys just kind of enjoying that and kind of maybe like really taking pride in your appearance this month and being beautiful, because you are, as always. If you guys would like any further clarification, you can always book a private reading with me. That should be popping up on your left right now. If you haven't checked out last month's July Taurus reading, or even if you just want to revisit it, I would love it if you would. That should be in the center. It got a lot of reception, and I was really proud of it. So I so appreciated you guys for reaching out in the way that you did. Also, if you want to subscribe, like, or comment, I would so appreciate that as well. And I will be seeing you guys in September very soon. Oh, and hit the bell by the subscribe button so you get notified whenever I post, if you feel called to do that. Again, I would so appreciate it. Much love to you guys. Bye.